Last month, I was able to try out bullet journaling. I spent about 2 to 3 weeks doing this to get a full understanding of what the experience is like. For those that don't know, bullet journaling is a technique used by people that don't necessarily like to use digital services. It was designed and created by a guy called CARROLL. His traditional method came from his digital product design experience, where he wanted to start using a notebook to essentially monitor his tasks and calendar events across the day. So he created this 4 to 5 minute YouTube video, as well as a website to explain the concept and theory. The video overviews all of the concepts and how to start implementing it into your notebook. Now, the one thing I did is I spent about a day organizing the notebook. This was obviously a bit of time to do so, and it took me about maybe 1 hour in solid amount of time to set this up. It seems like quite a complicated process when you start out, but here is how I set this up. I want to explain it in detail. Now, I used Baron Fig's notebook, which they supplied me which was fantastic, and I also customized it as well. I'll leave all the links in the description to that. But what I did to start off is I created an index. This index was essentially the thing suggested to create when you start out. I also created a future log, which basically plans most of the activities that you have in the upcoming months. Now, when you start out, you create something called a month view. Now, the month view basically gives you a list of all of the calendar events you've got for the day, and also the activities and targets you want to complete in the month. Then you get a basic week view, which logs all of the days of the weeks and activities, events, and notes that you are taking across the week. Now, you basically have to organize this through the actual specific way that RYDER goes through. So I will leave the link in the description to the video. It's a very detailed video, but I was able to log all of those activities. And as you can see, this is sort of where it goes wrong. I started using this for fitness planning and sort of journaling outside of the main days and weeks of journaling. So I sort of jumped to different events. As long as you log this in the index, that's absolutely fine. Now, after a few days, I just started using it as a way to journal my actual day and log some of my experiences, which sort of went off course. As you can see, I ended up reaching the point where I actually started to plan YouTube videos using the bullet journal, which is very, very off course. So the one thing you do when you start and create out is create an index, which logs all of the notes and sort of, it's like the contents page. Then you basically create a future log, months events and targets, and then per week logs and target break. The video explains this so much better. I used this for a total of 3 weeks, and I really wasn't able to get the real benefits I think I could have from the experience. Now, I really blame a portion to my digital note-taking experience and also my digital task management experience. I used to do this on a daily basis, so that's one of the reasons why I was hard to try and get out of this sort of system. But one of the things that I did discover after obviously the pros of this bullet journaling technique is its distraction-free experience. The one thing I didn't like was that it was hard to escape and learn something brand new. I've seen so many Instagrammers show all of their best and top ways to do this. I think if you have an illustrative passion, this is a perfect way to set up your organizational experience. It's an absolutely awesome way. The video explains everything really well. RYDER does explain things well. I don't think I went on plan to the experience. I think I'm very heavily associated to a task management application, and I think that's where I'll stay. Anyway, guys, I enjoyed the experience. I'd recommend it for anyone looking for a non-digital experience to productivity and someone who's got a sharp way about them that can help coordinate all their tasks through a notebook. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's very short and very opinions. I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts as I go across. If you've had an opportunity to experience bullet journaling in your everyday life, I'd love to hear about it, and I'd love to hear about how you are using it in your activities across your day.